Hi, this reading is for Libra for May 2018. I am really late getting these readings out, but I should be on track for June. So anyway, this is for May 2018 for Libra, and this is dealing specifically with the new energies that have been brought in by Uranus as it stations into Taurus for the next 7 or so years. And so a lot of these themes are expected. Obviously, themes of new cycles, new growth. But what we don't know is what theme is being presented for each sign. And it's very specific to each sign. Right off the bat, crowning the reading for Libra is the Queen of Swords. So this is a card about freedom, particularly intellectual freedom, mental freedom, being true to yourself, cutting out anything that doesn't resonate with your own personal truth. And quite honestly, that journey to freedom can take a while. It's not like an expressway. It's rather a back road that no one really knows that well. So that energy is crowning the reading for Libra. So for the next cycle, I feel like this is the theme being introduced, is this, and it can also be spiritual, because the mental realm and spirituality is very distinct from the realm of cups, which is just more of like our how we manifest our emotions in this 3D energy that we live in, the material realm. But going along with this, in the recent past, is the Chariot. So we know, and I think of the Chariot, I don't know if the community at large thinks of the Chariot like this, but for me, the Chariot literally represents Uranus to me. So to me, this is Uranus bringing in this new energy, bringing in this change. This is a 7. It has a lot to do with karma. Again, with spirituality, you can see the cosmic cloak in the background. It has a lot to do with balance, duality, and growth, but it's movement for the most part. 7s are all about movement, and particularly movement in our world. So like, how are we expressing ourselves into our world? Libra. At the center of the reading is the Two of Pentacles. Again, this is a card. All 2s are significant of duality, but this is a card of kind of that, you see the infinity symbol, kind of that infinite, never-ending duality that exists by simply being human. And duality involves a lot of decision-making, a lot of balance. It's truly a journey to come to that place of mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical balance that we need. Working with that energy is the Ace of Wands, which is, I guess, significant, a new creative beginning. That's what I think. Something passionate, a new cycle of creativity. We already know it's being crowned by the Queen of Swords. So this is a new cycle of creativity that is that has to do with the mental, the spiritual, just our higher thought, and particularly that feeling of freedom, which also is signified by the Chariot. So Libra, a new cycle of creativity, dealing specifically with freedom. And again, for your focus position is the Three of Cups, which came out reversed. In the reverse position, there's a feeling that of not having it all, not having, that sense of fun and social interaction and just fulfillment that Libra thrives on. Relationships. This is a feeling of just feeling, and for some Libras, of course, this can be their personal relationships, something just not quite being right. But in general, since these are the energies coming in for Libras as a whole for a new cycle, this is just more about fulfillment. So, and the strengths position is the Two of Cups. And again, this is a two. This is duality, balance, fulfillment. This is ultimately the union of the mind, body, and spirit. So, of course, it signifies partnerships. It can signify romantic partnerships, business partnerships. In this reading, with the Queen of Swords crowning this reading, this is more about like a holistic, mental, physical, and spiritual balance, or union, kind of like a merging, something that Libras, I feel like, are going to be dealing with their spirituality quite a bit over the next 7 years. This is the near future. This is all about working diligently to overcome these feelings of lack, feelings of dissatisfaction, discomfort. You see this spiritual blessing right here. It's just right there through the window. And literally, if this card was upside down, it becomes a doorway. So in the near future, again, this is urging Libras that they're going to have to really work at their spirituality to come from out of this place or this place and come into the advice position, which is the Ten of Cups. This is having it all. This is the wishes card, the dreams fulfilled. And this is how Libra is going to get to this. So in the advice position, this is essentially saying to not only work for what you want, but to always keep it, to envision it. And that becomes our reality. We do create our own reality. And in the things to do position is the world. The world is quite literally the ultimate manifestation of what we want. It's the end of a cycle, but not just a cycle, the same as some of the other cards in the tarot, but it's the end of a cycle of growth. And it leads into a higher cycle of growth. And in this case, this is, I believe, a spiritual cycle, very much to do with the mental capabilities. This is hopes and dreams. So there is the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this is kind of like indicating that this isn't going to be like a bombshell, quick moving, fast hitting energy like it is with some of the other signs. Like Leo is getting, hit fast in this new cycle. And I feel like with Libra, this is going to be a slower process. We also have the Page of Pentacles, which again is a slower moving energy, but it is the promise that there of growth and fulfillment in the material world. So in your 3D world, we can say in this reading, and definitely in this sense, this is finding that this is also a card of balance and mastery. So finding that balance and mastery is just going to take work, some time, and it's going to definitely involve this merging of the spiritual and with the physical. And there is a strong theme of freedom here, which I think anyone who's in a state of dissatisfaction longs for freedom. They long for change and release. Now, in the outcome position is the Fool card, and it's in the reverse. And even in the reverse, this isn't a bad card in any way. This is just simply saying that this, again, there's just not this normal feeling associated with Libra of carefree happiness and trust and, this wanting to get out there and feeling, like everything's okay and everything's just all great. This is just with any spiritual processes, especially the deep working ones, there's hermit modes. There's a lot of introspection. There's a lot of times of feeling like this. And this isn't, in the upright, the Fool is all about trust and a new path and this kind of a joyful embracing of a new path. And in the reverse, it's just more of like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't even necessarily know what I want. And again, because we do these readings every, so often, this could represent a very short term, fleeting feeling. Again, this is specifically the energy is being introduced for the new cycle. So, it might take a little time for Libra to feel like this again. But either way, this card is a significator of a new journey, especially when it follows the World card. So, new journeys for Libra. This is it's going to be an exciting time for Libra for sure. I mean, if you think about it, unless you're well into your 80s, we have never felt these energies. We've never felt Uranus and Taurus in the house of values, and specifically where this falls into your chart if you're watching, where Uranus is, which house Uranus is placed in and which planets are affecting and working with it can give you a lot more insight into the energies that are being presented, because they're going to apply differently to everyone. But again, this is a feeling of freedom. So Libra, identify and work for what you want. And this new level of creativity is definitely present in this reading. This is creativity. So this could even be just a mental creativity, just that feeling of just really working your mind and working your skills and advancing. But this reading is all about advancement. So yay. All right, Libra, I'm going to do an extended reading just to clarify these energies. You can watch that if you'd like. And I'm going to be doing, I would say in 2 weeks, but since we're almost to June, probably in about a week, I'm going to be putting out a new set of videos. So until then, I will see you and thank you for watching.